What's up, y'all? Hope all is well. I never ever told you all what my New Year's resolution was for 2016, but the biggest thing was financial. Um, Getting out of credit card debt, which I am. I had a small little balance that I was just being cheap with, but I fronted that money, and so I'm good there. Another thing is loans. I want to attack one loan this year, and then next year I'll attack another loan. So this year I'm trying to pay off one of my loans, which I can do. However, that requires a certain discipline. And basically, what I did in January, I did this 21-day challenge in which I did not spend any money outside of the necessities. So, February, I spent some. I like the biggest thing is lunch out of everything else. Nothing's really consistent with me. I'm not somebody who has to get their nails done, feet done. You know what I'm saying? On the regular, I'm not that person. You know, I don't get my eyebrows waxed every single 2 weeks. I don't do that. So there isn't really like habits that I need to break. I think the biggest habit that I need to break and I can break is just all dealing with preparation is eating out for lunch. So so this week I feel like I ate out for lunch every single day this week, and that was because of course I was not prepared. So next week and moving forward, what I'm going to do is prep my lunch. Maybe it was like summer, February, and this beginning week of March, in which I ate out too much. So next week, the goal is I'm going to, go shopping either tomorrow or Sunday and meal prep for the week. And I also need to eat a bit healthier. And I can tell whenever I don't eat healthy, this is going to be a TMI. I get stronger cramps whenever I'm menstruating. My blood flow is heavier. But when I'm exercising, eat right, like a period what? Period who? It don't hurt. It's like, okay, hey, hey. It's just different, so, as I told you all, I purchased some things for like my deodorant and my toothpaste and all that other stuff. And it's good to work on the outside, but really healing and all that, healthy lifestyle, it really starts on the inside. So what am I consuming? So health, it needs to be a number one priority. It should need to be up there with the finances. Finances, like I said, I've been doing good, but I can do better. I just slipped off from like really eating out. So I'm going to put that on the halt. I have a trip in April. I have a trip in May. I may have a trip in June for my birthday. I'm trying to think about whether or not I want to. And I have maybe 2 trips in May. And then I have a trip in July. Yikes. So, I always, what I've been thinking, the way I thought about this is that if I have a trip, then I should not, because I'm going to be eating out all the time when I'm on trips. So like for the 2 weeks preceding that trip, I need not eat out at all. So moving forward, no more eating out. I know I do have like some scheduled lunch and brunch with people, so I'm going to keep those promises. And going forward, I'm not saying I'm never ever eating out, but I need to be prepared for it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mind eating out once a week. I think that's a little bit too much. I don't want to say once a week because that turns something else. So just really honing in on my finances. I'm not in a bad position. I've saved a lot, considering like a January no spend challenge. So it's getting back. It's just the lunch. That's the biggest. I haven't shopped. I sold a lot of my clothes, so that was a good way to make some money as well. I just filed for my income taxes. That money I'm going to save. So I am, slowly. It's not an easy process. It's not a quick process, but it does take like dedication, like everything else, And next week I want to also go back to working out. Like I don't want to give all my business, but anyways, I was doing so much, and I was doing so much, and so there was periods, in February where I was just exhausted, and there was no time for me to do anything besides just work. I was working like a workhorse, like seriously, like I was a mule. And just to kind of, and what I learned from that experience working so much and making good money while working, is just like, is the dollars, is it really worth like, really, like, to do 80 hours a week? Like, I really had to sit back and think about, like, I became like a slave to money. I have, like, that period of my life, I feel like I was a slave to cash, and I was working 14-hour days just because I knew, like, the cash that I would get is, was something else. And it's all good, considering there are goals that I want to meet and stuff, but at the expense of what? Like, at the expense of not having time